What up, what up, what up, what up, guys? It's your boy Mr. Domino bringing you some more Destiny 2 gameplay. Now, I just put this in here because I purely did not think that all this was necessary. I mean, 2 solo supers versus a 4 stack, and I'm running solo, not necessary. But, here we go. I'm just gonna have a trials game where we ran out of medals. I played real slow. Some members on my teammate was kind of tilted, and so I was just playing real slow, playing real conservative, and really just playing for support. And like I said, I ended up getting we ran out of medals. I was streaming at the time. I got 3 ran out of medals all in one course. I do a lot of trials, but I was on my warlock. You guys know how I feel about warlocks and everything, but the topic of discussion is the meta. Destiny 2's meta. Now, this video is going to be real short, and I intend to keep it pretty short. But a lot of people don't like the meta, and I understand why. I really don't like the meta, and a lot of people kind of just naturally assume or say, if you don't play the meta, you're gonna lose. I disagree. Like, for one, I'm using the adjudicator.
Oh my god.
Submachine gun. It's Trials of Osiris. It's pretty good, but I don't think it's near good enough to be considered meta. And then I'm also using the Future War Cult Scout Rifle, which is also pretty good, but I don't know if it would exactly be considered meta, and you're gonna see me playing this area right here a lot.
What?
Basically teammates complaining and always dying to people with heavy, so I'm just securing heavy for my team. So you're gonna see me play around this area, like I said, a lot. But weapons that are meta, we all know them: the Mighty Multi-Tool, the Last Hope, Uriel's Gift, Last Dance, things like that. The Antiopo D, or however you would like to pronounce it. Everyone knows what the meta is. Everyone's died to it multiple times. But it's what it is. Those are the best guns in the game, and they are very, very strong and very, very powerful. But here, once again, you see me using 2 guns that really aren't considered meta, and I'm sniping, so those aren't necessarily meta concerning things. And this is just showing you that you can win and you can have great games without falling slave to the meta. If you're a good player, you're going to play good with just about anything you use. This is one thing a lot of people get confused with, is they'll see a YouTuber use something and they're like, oh well, that gun's gonna be amazing, like it's gotta be a super great gun if he can do good with it. Everyone does not play at the same skill level. Clear as day, everyone does not. And when people see YouTubers, all these big YouTubers, True Vanguard, Triple Rec, KJ Hovey, Real Crafty, people like that using all of these weapons, people like to just naturally assume that they're going to be good weapons, or they're going to do great with that weapon. Me personally, I don't like the Antiopo D. It's not one of my favorite guns to use. I almost never use it. I've used it maybe 3 or 4 times, and that's it. But it's because I like using different things. I like using different stuff. I can't sit there and be like, okay, well, I'm only gonna use the Mida and I'm only gonna use the Last Hope. Like, that's not the type of person I am. I can't do that. I need diversity, And for those of you who watch my stream and watch my plays, you see last week I ended up playing Real Crafty. I ended up playing a bunch of people from Red Zone. I played people from Primo. I ended up playing quite a few people, and like quite a few good people
Oh man, like what the fuck?
at that, and I use non-meta weapons and yet still win. And some people just seem confused about that. Like, if you're good, you're gonna be good no matter what you use. It all depends on your play style and just what you're comfortable with. And just because something is really good, it doesn't mean you have to use it. Now, if you're just not that confident in your gameplay, and you know your aim is a little off or things like that, and you want to use things that are meta, they're super good, they're super easy to use, I don't hold you at fault for anything like that. Your game, you paid money for this, you can play how you want. But the only way you get better is by using different things. Now, I'm not saying I'm one of the best players in the world. I'm not saying that I'm better than everybody else. Don't get me wrong. You know, there are people who are better than me. There are people who can completely destroy me in this game. But one thing that does make me an excellent player at this game is the fact that I can use so many different things. A lot of people are only stuck. I got mad at this. Yeah, I got mad. I sniped my teammate in the back of the head. But
whoever just died, blame death for that.
You know, using different things is what can help you get good. You know, like I said, I don't use the most powerful weapons. I don't use, you know, in anything that's really too overpowered. If I did, you know, it would be I feel like I'll be putting the other team at a disadvantage, and it just won't be fun for me. I like using things that are difficult. If I know you have a Mida and you're going full try hard, you got your sweaty panties on and everything, and I outgun you with, you know, a bad gun, you know, there's no cause for complaining. You know, you really can't do anything but just be like, oh well, he's good, he just outplayed me. You know, it happens.
I've got to be
and
we ran out of medals.
Like I said,
I've got to be fucking.
I do not by any means hate on anybody who uses the meta. Now, I dislike it when other people just use all the best stuff in the game, but this right here was a really good Nova Bomb. But you know, it happens. There goes the we ran out of medals. And you know, people use what they feel like they have to use to win. I fully understand. Some people play this game to be sweaty and not necessarily to have fun. Some people find sweaty fun. You know, I can play sweaty, I can play fun, I can do all of the above. It's just the way that I am. I like to use different things. And you know, stuff like this is just to show you that the meta doesn't matter. You know, the only reason I use the Future War Code scout rifle is I don't use it because it's really good. I use it because of the speed boost that it gives you. You know, it allows you to run faster and things of that nature, and it makes you a really good contender and competitor against things like the Mida multi-tool. You know, it's pretty much the same thing. It's like the legendary version of it, just without the third eye keeping your radar active. But the video is coming to an end soon. Let me know what you guys think. Do you guys consider these weapons meta? You know, like what is your guys' loadout? What do you guys like to use for fun? What do you guys like to use for sweats? What do you guys like to use for all that stuff? Because I like using I've used every weapon I've ever had in a game pretty much, and I find all of them viable. You just gotta find the right situation with the right play style. Well, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Hit that like if you liked it, hit that subscribe button if you want to see more. You already know who it is, you already know what to do. It's your boy Mr. Indomitable out.